Whether it be in school, from your parents, or in an old textbook, there are many things repeated that we accept as fact. But should we? Here are my top 10 animal misconceptions. If you've believed one of these and now learnt something new, leave a like, I'm curious. Number 10. You are as blind as a bat. You are as blind as a bat. This has been a famous saying for who knows how long. But funny enough, it's not true. All bats have eyes, they are able to see with them. Some species actually rely fully on their sight as they do not have echolocation, these being bats from various fruit bat and megabat species. So this, as well as their natural sonar, makes them able to see much better than you. So, who's the blind one now? Number 9. Bulls are attracted to the colour red. In every cartoon you've probably ever watched, the bull always charges towards the colour red. But bulls, and all other cattle, are dichromatic. They do not have the red cone receptor, only the yellow and blue. Ironic, isn't it? Then why do they charge at the matador with the bright red cape? Because it is moving vigorously and is seen as a threat. No matter the colour, as long as it is moving at that matter, the bull will charge. Number 8. Dogs sweat by salivating. It's been a common misconception that dogs don't have any sweat glands, but actually they do. They are located mostly in their paws. If you've ever noticed little wet paw marks on a particular hot day, but no puddles about, this is your answer. Though dogs do, however, rely mostly on panting to cool themselves. Imagine a hot day and you open a car door. Well, the dog of the mouth is a car door, and the panting he's doing is you turning on the air conditioning to blow out the hot air of the inside. Number 7. Sharks are immune to cancer. If you were to walk into a nutrition store, you will most likely find shark cartilage pills. Why? Because it was believed that sharks were unable to get cancer. And this is one of the biggest myths created to gain money more than likely. There is scientific research that proves that sharks have been getting tumours and actually are more likely to get cancer than humans. Why? Because of the pollution in their waters and food supply. But even with the scientific proof that this myth is indeed just a myth, they are still killed for their cartilage. That does nothing more for you than just any other vitamin pill. Number 6. Birds will reject their baby if you touch them. Birds have a very limited sense of smell. This being said, it throws the idea that a mother bird will reject the baby bird if it were returned to its nest out the window. So it is possible to return a fallen baby bird back to its nest, though one wouldn't suggest doing so. Birds kick out hatchlings out from the nest for all sorts of reasons. Not strong enough, not enough food, or the bird could have even fallen out itself. If you are dead set on saving it, take it to an animal shelter and either ask for help or give it to them. Number 5. Scientists can't explain how a bumblebee flies. Scientists can't explain how a bumblebee flies is quite silly. It's very physics intensive, but scientists found exactly how they are able to fly. The urban legend started by the French entomologist Antoine Magnan, using theories and equations familiar to that of how airplanes fly. Bumblebees actually are able to fly by rotating their wings, which makes small pockets of low air pressure that helps lift bees into the air. And keep in mind, they are flapping their wings at a very high speed to do this. Number 4. Cutting a worm in two will give you 2 worms. Both ends wiggle, so why wouldn't that be true? Well, actually, there are only a few number of earthworms that are able to regenerate like that. When you cut a regular earthworm in half, only the half with the head will survive and close off the wound's end, whereas the tail end will die in a matter of minutes. The wriggling is just the nervous system. There is, however, a type of flatworm that can survive if it is cut directly down the centre, but not in half. Number 3. Ostriches bury their heads in the sand to hide. In many cartoons from the younger generations, they show ostriches shoving their heads into the ground to hide from their enemies. In reality, ostriches are very fast birds and would rather run away from the situation rather than hide their heads. If they are concerned or threatened to a point where running is no longer an option, they have very powerful legs that can cause serious damage when they kick. Number 2. Flies only live for 24 hours. That annoying buzzing around your house during summertime. A fly. You say, oh, it'll die in 24 hours. You may wish to think so. The common housefly can live up to 30 days in your home depending on the conditions. Nice and warm, plenty of food scraps, perfect for houseflies. The myth, however, might have been confused with the housefly's larvae. The maggot will hatch only 24 hours after the egg was laid, and a common female housefly can lay up to 9,000 eggs at a time. Number 1. Lemmings jump off cliffs. Lemmings are tiny little gopher-like animals with the reputation of literally jumping off cliffs to their deaths. During migration, it might happen on a very rare occasion, but it is more common for them to accidentally drown when crossing rivers on their way to greener fields. In the 1950s, Disney had come out with a film called White Wilderness, in which they had showed many migration shots of various lemmings jumping from a cliff and down into the river. Little did the audience know that this is all manipulation. At that height, the poor creatures stood no chance of surviving. The people producing the film actually forced them to jump off the cliff behind the scenes to create a more interesting documentary. So, there you have it, 10 things that are taught but are simply not true. Like I said at the start, if you learn something new, leave a like, I'm curious to see. Anyway, thanks for watching and goodbye.